Lamar
Lamar
Jackson.
Jackson.
Cass?
We talked on the phone about this. I'll go Hurts. But can I please elaborate for
Go
just a quick
ahead.
second? Kind of the same thing with Joe Burrow. I think Lamar would thrive very well in Philadelphia, but like, I don't think Lamar is.
You guys, your team would be on steroids if you had Lamar Jackson on your team. It would be what you have right now times like 5.
I mean, Toddy, when we've
True,
seen
but
Lamar,
okay.
hold on, Cass, hold on. When we've seen Lamar Jackson have to throw, did those games end in W's?
I don't
When
know.
Lamar Jackson is sit there patting that ball, are they winning games?
I mean,
That's what they made Jalen do on Sunday. Is Lamar Jackson winning games when he has to throw the ball?
he had a lot of yards this year. I'll give him that. He also didn't have a lot of picks either, but like, and they obviously won, a decent chunk of games. Nothing like too crazy, but they obviously won, a good chunk of games. They weren't a scrub team, but I mean, there's just, I think Hurts is definitely a better passer. I do. I don't think Lamar's a shitty passer, but I think Hurts. I think can we all agree Hurts is a better passer? No, Toddy, you think he's a better passer than Lamar?
No.
No, oh really?
Oh, you don't think he is? Oh, yes, no, he's there. Excuse
You
me.
don't think Jalen Hurts is a better passer than Lamar?
No.
Whoa. I'll give Lamar the running all day, but damn,
I
Hurts
think Lamar
motherfuckers.
is the better quarterback, better passer, better thrower. I just think when it comes to the talent that is around him, it's not up to par. I think you guys have the best GM in football. He's able to acquire talent. The talent around Jalen Hurts is better. Now, I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is a bad passer. I think he is a phenomenal passer. Super Bowl MVP. He's a top 5 quarterback in the league. I just don't. I don't. Lamar is like one of the best quarterbacks ever.
No.
Why can't he win, Toddy?
I agree. Listen, here's what I'll say.
A lot of time to
Hold up. I got a Ravens fan in my chat. He said, nah, he definitely is. Lamar is constantly over and under throwing the deep pass. That's a Ravens fan in my chat right now. So
That's fine.
But
I think Lamar is just the better talent overall, in my opinion.
That's where I'm conflicted. I'm kind of with you where I'm like, talent wise, I'm like, okay, like I can't look at Lamar do what he does when he's on, and I look at Jalen when he's on and go, okay.
I just feel like if you guys if they switch places, Lamar would be winning like championships. You guys would be winning a lot of championships, even though you won one with Jalen Hurts. I think Lamar's just the better talent. That's just.
We've seen Lamar have to sit
keeps
back
talking
and
about the
pass.
eye test, and I'm just like, I see Lamar Jackson play, and I watch Jalen Hurts play. Lamar is miles ahead of Jalen Hurts.
Toddy, the past 2
that.
years, we've come on the seat in the podcast after they lose the playoffs and say what? They made Lamar Jackson do this. And pass the football, brother.
It's not his fault that his tight end dropped the ball on the 2.
Oh, so we're not going to talk about the fumble or the interception. We're
still
talking
had a
about the
chance
last
to
fuck
tie
up.
it.
Just because there's 2 fuck ups before the last fuck up doesn't mean the 2 fuck ups before don't count.
I'm not saying he didn't fuck up, but I'm saying despite those fuck ups, they still had a chance to win the game.
If they didn't have
But
those
at least
fuck
tie
ups,
the
they
game.
win
I
the
think
game.
Toddy, you also said to you go, well, Lamar Jackson, if he was on the Eagles team, well, let's not act like the Ravens team just didn't have guys that can make plays.
The most fumbles in the NFL.
They had like Derrick Henry, not just because he's King Henry, he still had a fucking damn near 2,000 yard season. He was not at 2,000 yards, but he was. If Saquon wasn't there, he still had a tremendous season. So he's got him in the backfield now.
Plus, he had injuries on the outside.
So did we.
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers didn't play.
AJ Brown missed
No,
3
not
games,
in the
4
playoffs.
games.
Not in the playoffs,
playoffs.
not in the playoffs. But Zay Flowers had he was fucking ball. Like Lamar has a lot.
AJ Brown didn't play in the divisional game or the
playoffs like it did last
championship
season. Yeah, I
game.
remember.
I still think we win. That doesn't matter. I really do. But all I'm saying, okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Is I'm sorry for taking time. My bad. Because this is hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. Me and Kevin already talked. I know Kevin is for sure confident it's Hurts over Lamar. I am truly, honestly back and forth. I really am because of what you said, Toddy. I do think Lamar, where he's talented at, where he's best at, it is all world. It really is. It is not like, oh, we gotta ignore that. No, we can't ignore that. You're the best rushing quarterback of all time. Like you truly are. There's nobody that we've ever seen that's been better with the ball in their hand, running the ball, and also playing the quarterback position. I gotta give it to Lamar. The stats are there. It is what it is. But it's just like Hurts, like
He's got the ball.
It ain't even just about the Super Bowl. It's watch him play when like this shit matters. It's like there he goes again. He might be like mediocre or whatever for a whole 3 quarters, but it's like when it's time to win, he just figures out a fucking way to dot somebody up, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, there it is. Right now after the Super Bowl, he's been at 2, he's won 1, and he's outperformed Mahomes twice. I think that factors in. I think that outweighs it just slightly. I got to go with Hurts. I truly do. I don't think it's just a gap where it's Lamar down here, Hurts up here. I'm just gonna give Hurts the nudge. That's it. I'm gonna give him the nudge. Respectfully, bro. Respectfully, I'm giving him the nudge.
Toddy, I'll give you a basketball analogy. We're going around the rules, right? 4 shots per shot, and you shoot 1 for 4 in one spot. Going into that next round, what are you thinking? You're feeling good. You know, you're there's no one in the world better than you. 1 for 4. You're going into that being better because that's Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes. 1 and 4. So I get it. He gets more swings at the pie being in the AFC. But when they come up to Jalen Hurts, it's win or go home. Just like when Lamar plays him. And when Lamar plays him, he goes home. And even when he goes home, you don't leave that game saying Lamar Jackson was the best quarterback on the field. It was Patrick Mahomes. We've now seen Jalen Hurts outplay Patrick Mahomes time after time after time after time after time. Join a club that only so many people get to beat him. There has been one quarterback drafted after Patrick Mahomes to beat him in a Super Bowl. Come on, man.
Who is it, Kevin?
Jalen Hurts. You got to give him his respect, man. You got to give it to him. Toddy said it before I even met it. He knew Lamar Jackson's name was coming up. So we have
Does this mean that Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in the NFL?
I'm going to say number 2 right now, but at the end of next season, we're going to be saying 1A, 1B.
Why not 1?
Because
all right, somebody in my chat.
What's up, guys?
It's gonna challenge you and I, Kevin. He said he's a Ravens fan. He said it's really not close to me. Lamar's a 2-time MVP. He's better. If they both retire today, one's a Hall of Famer and one is it, and that is what it is.
Okay, so let me ask you this, my good man. As a Ravens fan, would you prefer 2 MVPs over a Super Bowl? No.
He's gonna get to a bowl.
Hold on, Toddy.
He gonna get to a
sure?
bowl. Don't let Lamar
sure?
win a Super Bowl. All this shit just goes into the.
You know what, Toddy?
It's like,
You're saying
don't
let. I'm saying Super Bowl champ. So we'll wait on Lamar because all he does is play 17 good games and walk away with an individual trophy. You know what Lamar Jackson could go do? Fucking play tennis.
Flacco debate.
He's a black Kirk Cousins when he needs him most.
Kirk Cousins has never.
What does he do in the playoffs?
MVP of the league.
What does he do in the playoffs, Toddy?
I gave Lamar his stripes. I said I just give Hurts a nudge. I'm gonna stick.
We can't ignore that.
Doesn't do shit. Kirk Cousins doesn't do shit in the playoffs, right? What does Lamar Jackson do? Nothing. When Jalen Hurts fumbled in the Super Bowl, Toddy wouldn't let me stop hearing it. But now with Lamar, Kevin, Mark Andrews didn't catch it. I'm sorry his tight end didn't catch it. Well, I'm sorry Lamar Jackson couldn't hold on to the football. I'm sorry he couldn't throw it to the team.
That's on him.
I'm
not gonna dispute those. Those were pretty bad plays. But let's not act like.
But the first thing out of your mouth was Mark Andrews. It's the quarterback's fault. Just because his name Lamar Jackson doesn't mean he gets credit for losing, bro.
Just because Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl doesn't mean
I'm happy he's good at losing.
Jackson.
I'm happy Lamar Jackson has gained the skill of fucking losing. He wins individual awards and loses team games. So go play tennis. Go be Serena Williams because there's
go
no
be a boxer.
Success. Go be Muhammad Ali. There's no success in football with Lamar Jackson as quarterback. They have brought in multiple OCs. He's had wide receiver after wide receiver, number 1 defense, just like Jalen Hurts. One guy beats Patrick. One guy can't beat Patrick.
I think it's safe to say.
There's nothing to say.
I got one thing to say. I think we got to see these 2 motherfuckers in the Super Bowl. I think that's.
They can't make it. He can't make it.
I understand that, but I'm saying
that's saying we wish Kobe and LeBron would have played in the finals. It never happened.
I think
Lamar can't beat
it's gotta
Patrick.
happen.
So how is he gonna get there?
I'm not gonna lie, Lamar can't even beat us. We already beat their ass too. So
Derrick Henry got put on his ass.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
know.
man.
I
get
think
it. It's cool to win MVPs, bro. Like, that's cool. That don't mean shit at the end of the day.
and here's what's crazy too, and y'all forget about this, and like I got a couple Ravens fans in here right now, and I hope that they can at least be real for a second. Be real for a second, please. The year of 2022, okay? Who won the MVP? Mahomes, was it?
Was that the year? Are you
Yeah.
talking about the year when Jalen Hurts got hurt?
Yes.
With his shoulder?
Do you guys think that Jalen Hurts, and I'm asking my chat too,
Hands down.
2022,
Yes.
do you guys think that he was a front runner all season long, and then he was out for 2 fucking games?
Was it 2
And
games?
He was out for the Saints, and he was out for what was the other game? Because Minshew played 2 games. It was Saints and Dallas, and we lost both of them at the end of the season. Yes, Saints and Dallas lost both of them, and we beat the Giants to get the number 1 seed. Do you guys believe Jalen Hurts was MVP that year?
I thought it was
Sure. Talk that shit, Cass, because now it's
I'm
1-2.
just saying because odds wise, and Toddy, you're a big better. I know for a fact all season long he was front runner. It was him and then everybody else. I'm not saying it was a big gap, but he was definitely front runner that year. He was front runner, and then he had a couple like decent games, and then got hurt, and Mahomes finished out the season like okay, you know what I'm saying, solid, and I'm like, that's kind of the same shit that happened to fucking Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Foles. I'm like, Carson Wentz was the front runner in the 2016-2017 season. He was all season long. Towards the ACL, I think it was week 12, out for week 13, 14. We clinched in like week 15, I think it was, 14 to 15. Like we clinched the first round bye. So he missed like 2 games. We beat they obviously finished out the Rams with his torn ACL, and then Nick Foles won 1 game, and I think that one sealed it for us. I think it was. If it wasn't that game, he only won 2. So Nick Foles only won 2 games, and then it was playoffs. And then obviously Nick Foles did what he did. We won that year. But like Carson Wentz was the lo and behold front runner, and Jalen Hurts 2022 was lo and behold the front runner for multiple weeks up until the final weeks of the season. So I think we got to factor that in as well. Yes, he did not get the award, but come on, like
Ball knowers know. I got a question for you, Toddy. I got a question for you.
Ball knowers know.
So let's take away the regular season success. What do you have to say for him being 3-5 in the playoffs?
He's young.
Hold on. Being favored in all 5 games.
He's young. He needs better. He's never had a real. Besides Zay Flowers, he's never really had a good receiver.
I'm sorry they drafted Rashad Bateman. He was a bust.
I got guys in my chat right now. I got
I
Raven.
literally keep saying that Howie Roseman is able to put talent around him, and then Kevin says, "I'm sorry, you should draft a Rashad Bateman." This is literally the reason. Howie Roseman is the reason why Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl champion. Thank you,
bro. Rashad Bateman, Ravens fans, diehards, swear he's a great receiver. Do you disagree?
He ain't Devontae Smith.
Is Dallas Goedert is Mark Andrews?
Mark Andrews is good. He's not a receiver. He's a tight end.
But
my question is,
he's throwing the ball to is the tight end.
My question, okay.
Mark Andrews.
Dave Flowers is a Pro Bowl receiver. You told me not to put disrespect on his name because you made sure we knew that he got to go play flag football in Vegas.
Then he was hurt. Then he got hurt.
Look, all I'll say is this: it's like
second year.
It's kind of conflicting for me because I mean everybody has their own opinion, so they're gonna have one fan versus another fan versus another fan. But like when I talk to Ravens fans, they claim they got the guys. They're saying as their fans, oh, we got Bateman, he's good. Zay Flowers is good. So if they're saying that, then why is it's not Devonta Smith, AJ Brown? Either your guys are the guys or not. Like, yo, why are y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, there's levels to it. Yes. AJ Brown, Devonta Smith are phenomenal. We're not gonna ignore that and act like they're a regular 1-2 punch. No, we're not gonna say that. And obviously the addition of Saquon, it is what it is, that did happen. But like, there are other teams that are confident that their guys can square up with our guys, or they're in the same room. I have argued till I turned purple in the face with my good friend who's a Ravens fan about. I said I fucking hate Bateman. I think he sucks. He's not. It's Lamar Jackson. He can't hit him. If you look at the next gen stats, he's in my chat right now. He's gonna be really quiet about this. Next gen stats, Bateman actually gets more open than any receiver in the league. He's one of the top receivers getting open. Lamar can't hit him. Which one is it? Is it the Niners fans saying that Lamar's better, or is it the Ravens fans that are diehard saying that Lamar can't hit him? That's all I'm saying. So I'm listening to both people say that aren't Eagles fans that Lamar is eons better than Jalen Hurts. But at the same time, it's like, well, don't you got guys that are studs? You have
help
to
does
have
Lamar Jackson need, brother.
you have to have an AJ Brown and Devonta Smith to be great when you're already eons better than my quarterback. So why do you need what my quarterback needs? That makes no sense. Unless your team is dog shit, aka the Titans. That was AJ Brown on the Titans, who was a really good receiver with the Titans.
The Titans team that did beat Lamar Jackson, right?
They did.
They did, yeah.
So, but it's a very weird
upset to the Tennessee Titans.
It's a very weird way to look at it because it's like, okay, so if your guy is this much fucking better than my guy, you don't need what my guy has to be at least on the same level of success. That's what I'm hearing. Unless your team, you got seventh graders and you're the Heisman guy, but you're playing with seventh graders. That ain't the case in the NFL. Every team's beatable in the NFL if they got the right coaches, obviously, and they got the right personnel. I don't think that anybody in the NFL, talent-wise, cannot perform well on any team unless you are a bona fide scrub. Think of it, every wide receiver in the NFL on every team. I'll just name a few off the top of my fucking head. DJ Moore, is he a stud? Yes, he's a fucking stud. He can make plays, okay? You got guys over in, I'll give a new guy. Shit, Lad McConkey. Clearly, he's a fucking stud. I know he's new. He's proven. He's a fucking stud. Over with you guys. You guys might not like Debo right now, but you know what? For years, he has produced for you guys. Also, Brandon Ayuk gave him a big contract for a reason. There are guys everywhere. Courtland Sutton is a stud. Some guys said that, some NFL players said they got Courtland Sutton in their top like 4 or 5 wide receivers in the league right now. CJ Stroud has Nico Collins, stud. These guys are everywhere, so what the fuck is the excuse really? Well, you got Saquon, best offensive line of football. At some point, y'all got to do something about that, not us. We're not out here colluding to get these guys. We're building these guys. And then people take away from Jalen Hurts, like, well, you know, he got all his help around him. Again, he's still dotting them up. Joe Burrow's got hella help too. Well, that's why Joe Burrow puts up 5,000 yards a goddamn season. But when it matters the most, you got to start to factor in how, I hate to use words clutching, but truly, as an athlete, I'm not sure what your guys' background is as athletes, but at some point, have you ever had to be at the free throw line and make the last 2 shots on a free throw to win a game? Have you ever had to take the 3 ball? Have you ever had to get a steal? Have you ever had to make the tackle? Have you ever had to fucking stop someone on first or fourth and goal to win a game? Dude, these guys are humans. All this shit truly factors in. Some people have it, some people don't. And we don't talk about that enough. It's a real thing. I'm not saying Lamar is dog shit because that's far from the truth. Like I said, I give Hurts, as of now after this season, for sure, I give him a nudge. Just a nudge. Not a step, not a gap, not a mile. It's like, okay, you know, right now, Jalen Hurts, shit, dude, you ball when it matters the most. I gotta factor that in. I cannot not factor that in. Regular season stats since the beginning of time in football have only mattered so much. Tom Brady would not be Tom Brady if we went based off his regular season stats. We start factoring fucking Super Bowls. It's just the truth. So yeah, I agree. Talent-wise, I think situationally, Lamar is more talented in certain aspects of football than Jalen Hurts. I think it's kind of crazy. I think it's kind of crazy that you were very, very confident he's a better passer, because I'm like, well, damn. He had a great season this year, but I really think that Jalen Hurts has proven quite a bit that when he has time and he lets the ball go, it is a fucking dot, and he's done it a lot. So I don't know, man. This or that stuff is kind of it's sometimes it's really hard because it's like it truly is just all opinion based, but at some point it's like how it'd be different if you're comparing fucking, I don't know, Joe Burrow to fucking Mason Rudolph. Well, yeah, then it's easy. But we're comparing guys that are really fucking good at football, and then we're just kind of moving the goalpost saying, well, this and that, this and that, this and that. Some people would say that the Bengals have the best receiving core in the NFL. I probably would agree with that possibly. I'm not going to really think about that too hard. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase had the Triple Crown this year. A couple years back, it was who was it? OBJ and Cooper Kupp and all that shit, and fucking whoever else was there. Okay, Cooper Kupp got the Triple Crown. If these things are all true when it comes to receiving cores, do we look at AJ Brown and Devonta Smith and see Saquon Barkley have the season that he had, okay, and go, well, that's the reason why Jalen Hurts is winning, because he got those guys there. It's like, I'm not gonna take away from Saquon's season, but I'm like, damn, man, like people really gotta make this motherfucker work. He gotta do it. He gotta do it with nobody. He did it 2022 with the best offensive line of football. We had Miles Sanders. He was non-existent in the playoffs or non-existent in the Super Bowl. You can't win with no run game at all. You cannot. Who else did he have? Well, he had A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. A.J. got there for his first year. Jalen Hurts is a shitty quarterback from what everybody said. It shouldn't work. He's a piece of shit. He's not that good. He's not that great. He can't be compared to anybody. At some point, I'm just like, how many times are we going to do this? I mean, I guess the Eagles have to implode and have the Tennessee Titans roster, and Jalen Hurts has to at least make a playoff game to give him his stripes. Lamar Jackson had to do that shit, so why does Jalen Hurts have to do it? That's all I'm asking.
Toddy?
Lamar Jackson has 3 first-team All-Pros to 2 MVPs. Jalen Hurts has 1 second-team All-Pro to 0 MVPs, and he has a Super Bowl.
I forgot. I didn't hear you. How many Super Bowl MVPs does Lamar Jackson have? I missed that. Oh, it doesn't have. Oh, my bad. How many times has he been there?
When you're
hold on, answer my question.
When you have a top 10 quarterback, which I believe Jalen Hurts is, and you have a phenomenal team around him, it is possible to win the Super Bowl. When you
just like Lamar Jackson, top 10
when
quarterback,
Lamar Jackson is constantly in MVP conversations every single year and is anointed by his peers, by the rest of the league, that he is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, with being awarded first team All-Pro. This is like literally never happened in history when a quarterback has been awarded first team All-Pro and not won MVP. It's never happened before. So
damn, man, I'm sorry. That sucks.
When you're
5 in the playoffs, Todd.
Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback. Numbers. He's top 10 for sure. He's not better than
I got a question, Toddy, real quick. Just honest question. Do you believe in stat padding? Yes or no? Do you think that
it's very possible, yes.
Okay. Now, with obviously, I'm going to give it just a hypothetical here. So, not that Harbaugh's whole thing was like, we're going to just try to get just MVPs of Lamar, and that's our whole premise of the whole season. I'm not saying that. But, like, once you start to get a groove going, say, like, week 6, week 7, it's like, oh, shit, I'm right there in the MVP front running, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that they put these guys in positions to, like, execute to get these awards? Like, for instance, Jalen Hurts had a stellar season. Wasn't phenomenal. It was far from bad because we had fucking Saquon. It is what it is. We had Saquon. Why the hell we all of a sudden switch everything up to make Jalen Hurts prove that he can do all this and that? Sometimes, like for example, like sometimes you look at the Ravens, it's like we have fucking Derrick Henry. Why does Lamar need to be passing as much as he's passing? I don't think that Derrick Henry's just getting shut down. He was the second best rusher in the NFL. Do you think that maybe they did that to themselves? Well, Lamar Jackson MVP season, great. Don't have a lot of interceptions, do the ball a lot, and unfortunately, it led to you guys losing a handful of games and ultimately losing the playoffs. But he had an MVP season. It's like, at one point, in respect to him, because I give him all my respect, like Baker Mayfield was a front runner. The shit fluctuates. It just all comes down to, okay, where are you at in week 13? Are you in the mix? And you're a quarterback? Okay, well, who do you play? Close out the season. Just don't fuck up. Like, the MVP award, man, to me, like, unless you just are shitting on everybody, where it's like Saquon was the MVP. Let's just call it what it is. Who is the best player in the fucking world in the NFL? It's Saquon Barkley. But he got Offensive Player of the Year, is what it is, because it's a quarterback award. We know that. But it's like, I'm not going to discredit Lamar Jackson. If the roles are reversed and Jalen Hurts won it, I'd be like ecstatic about that. Like, yeah, he's great, this and that. But unless somebody's just literally just fucking pulverizing the league, to where it's like, okay, damn, I can't really say shit about that. Lamar Jackson, 4,500 yards, you know what I'm saying, 3 interceptions. He got 39 touchdowns. And the next closest was, Joe Burrow with, 500 less yards and 10 less touchdowns. Okay, at that point I'm like, all right, damn, you clearly ain't the problem in your organization, and clearly they need to do some building around you. What the fuck more do the Ravens need? What more building do they need to do? Well, they don't have an A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. No, a great defense. All these superstars on here and there, and I mean they were talking about
2,000-yard rusher.
Yeah,
God damn,
I'm like, damn. Just because it's not exactly who we have, not exactly who we have. No, it's not AJ and Devonta. You still have other guys that are fucking phenomenal, like very phenomenal. So like, yeah, it does factor in. Just like you take away from the Hurts a little bit, we can take away from Lamar a little bit. You have guys around you who are fucking studs. We're not going to act like they're not. This isn't just some team that just is okay.
You don't go out there with bums. He's not playing with Panthers.
He's not.
But you ask Toddy, you would think he's
said,
playing with Carolina.
No. Wait. Hold up. Somebody in the chat said great defense was ranked 32nd for 10 weeks. Hold up. Now wait a minute, Evan. I got something. He said motherfuckers just talking. Your guys on your defense, okay? Name 4 guys on your defense that are really good. Please. Name 4 guys you've been talking about all season long on the Ravens.
On the Ravens, Kyle.
Yeah, no, phenomenal.
The Marlon Humphreys. What's
Roquan Smith.
Roquan.
My whole point, fuck what your ranking is. You guys have guys. I'm sorry that they don't produce when they need to. You have guys where these guys would be paid big money somewhere else. That's what I'm talking about. Or just say it right now, your fucking defense sucks. You won't say it because you know you have guys. They don't perform. They don't produce. How is that anybody else's problem? That's my whole point.
Performing.
You said what?
Early on, their defense wasn't performing. They were like,
said,
one of the worst teams against the pass.
And that's what he said.
They moved Kyle Hamilton to free safety.
They were decent in the run, if not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, Evan. They were decent against the run, and they were terrible in the pass. And he said right there, great defense was ranked 32nd for 10 weeks. Yeah. Okay, but I'm saying you have these guys on your team. We just named them. You named them, Todd. You're not even a Ravens fan. So why are you naming these guys? Who are these guys? Who are they? You just named them yourself. Why'd you name these guys? You named them because you know what their potential is and what they're supposed to be doing, and they're not fucking doing it. But motherfuckers are just talking like they said in my chat. I'm just talking because of rankings. You're not producing. You're not performing. That is... Maybe they need to wear a different fucking jersey and get a different DC. I don't tell you. But these are guys that you guys hype up. You say it's better than this guy, better than that guy, and a great safety, and one of the best in the league, this and that. Okay, so all these things are true, but at the same time, we're not that good because we're ranked this. Well, I'm sorry that you guys can't figure it out, but you guys, as your own fans of your own team, you guys say things you guys say about your players. We don't. You mentioned how many times about Ayuk and Debo and Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy and all these guys. Okay, so these are the guys you're saying are great. We're saying that maybe they're good, maybe they're all right, maybe they're decent, but you guys are saying that you guys are great. But now all of a sudden, well, we don't have the supporting cast. Well, then stop saying it. Stop saying you have these guys just to say it in the beginning of the season when everybody's 0-0, and then the season progresses and you realize these aren't the guys that you guys thought they were, and all of a sudden now, well, Jalen Hurts has all the help. Again, this comes from a Jalen Hurts criticized like a motherfucker. I will criticize him anytime we have a quarterback, even when he's long gone. If you come in, you're supposed to be a guy, and I see you do things, I'm like, no, I know you're better than that. I'm going to criticize you. But at the end of the spectrum, at the end of it all, like, dude, at some point, the moving the goalpost has got to fucking stop. It's got to stop. You don't got to say he's the greatest in the world. You ain't got to say he's Mahomes, but it's like, and even Toddy, I know you're going to stand 10 toes down. Yes, 10 toes down on it. If you think Lamar's better, that's okay. Like I said, I just give Hurts the nudge after just this season. He played very well in the playoffs. He didn't turn the fucking ball over until the Super Bowl one time and still played lights out in the Super Bowl. I'm factoring that in a little bit. The dude balls the fuck out, and it's not just because of who he has on his team. I don't believe that because, again, if you watch the games, he's threading the fucking needle. He's throwing guys open. He's putting it in tight windows. But nobody wants to talk about that at all. Nope, ignore that. Nope, AJ Brown. Nope, DeMarcus Smith. Nope, John Dawson.
This is the fucking problem. Me and you have been going for 30 minutes letting you guys know why he's not better. Why this, why that. And we get comments, shout out to Ravens76B more, and say, this year, keep in mind, Mark Andrews let Lamar down by dropping that pass. Did anybody else watch the first 2 quarters of the football game? Did we all just turn it on at the 2-point conversion? Did Lamar Jackson not throw a pick? Did he not fumble? Like, this is what I'm talking about. All people talk about is Mark Andrews. Like, Lamar Jackson went 54 for 54 for 1,700 yards, and he dropped it. That's not what happened, brother. He lost in the game. That's why he's 3-5 in the playoffs. 4 out of those 5 games, actually 5 out of 5 games, he was the favorite, and he loses every time. It's not about talent. It's not about who fits the ball in there. Who wins the football game, brother? You have more punches at the mix. You should win more games, right? Jalen Hurts has played him 3 to 6 times to Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson has 1 win. There's people out here going to say, well, Isaiah Likely, if he wore a size smaller foot, they win. Congratulations. He's still 3-5 in the playoffs.
At the end of the day, like, and I know we're definitely spending a lot of time on this topic, so I'm gonna try my best to seriously be brief this time. But like at the end of the day, it's just like I'm taking all my picture. I'm wearing no fucking Eagles gear, all biased aside. I'm like, damn, bro, like the goalpost moving for Hurts. I get why Cowboys fans do it. I get why, you know, maybe Commanders fans do it and shit like that. But everyone else, like, that actually baffles me. I'm like, okay, like, you're not even in my division. You're not even in in some cases, in the conference. And you look at this guy play, and something in your brain goes, not a good quarterback. Not a good quarterback. The only thing I say about Hurts is sometimes he takes pointless sacks. Outside of that, when he throws the ball, he connects. He has a very high completion percentage. It's not because A.J. Brown is doing 9 backflips in the air and catching an uncatchable pass. You guys are acting like that. All of you guys are, and you guys know you are. Oh, well, Devontae Two Toes, he's just so good at catching the ball. Dude, the ball has to be right there for him to catch it. It's called chemistry. But nobody talks about that at all. I don't understand it. I give Lamar his stripes like a motherfucker. Okay, I give Joe Burrow his stripes as much as I don't like him. I'm not a Joe Burrow fan at all. Okay, obviously you got, you know, Justin Herbert, who's already thrown for like 5,000 yards, rookie of the year, all kinds of type of shit. I even was on my high horse with C.J. Stroud. I'm like, damn, it even sucks that, you know, he lost his guys. He lost Tank Dell. He lost, obviously, Stephon Diggs. But I'm like, you know what sucks? Is if this were to happen to Jalen Hurts, nobody would fucking
give a fuck.
They wouldn't give a fuck. And that is some serious sick hate. That is some serious sick hate. Serious sick hate. And I don't know what it is.
I think he's a top 5 quarterback. I just don't think he's better than Lamar Jackson.
But where is he in that 5?
And that's okay. That's okay. That's
Like not okay.
I know, because I can respect somebody else's opinion. Like I said, I gave Hurts the slight nudge. I'd not give him a leap forward. And it's only because of playoffs.